Thank you for visiting Ask a Developer. Today, in this tutorial, we're going to learn how to connect objects we place in our view to methods within our code. We're going to use our first application that we created, and if you remember, this is a simple view with a white background and a label. Before we continue, I would like to show you a little bit more about storyboard and how it relates to our code and connecting those objects together. If you see over here in the left, viewcontroler, and you want to find out what class is associated with this viewcontroller where we'll be defining our objects, simply click on this icon right here. Under custom class, you can see that viewcontroller is the class associated with this view. Those classes are located in the left navigation area, viewcontroller.h and viewcontroller.m. Alright, so let's go ahead and add our objects. We're going to add a round rect button and a text field. Now there's two ways we can associate these objects to the code. The first thing we need to do is declare these as, in our code as properties and have the signature of an IB outlet. An IB outlet's sole purpose is to alert Interface Builder that there's a property defined that needs to be connected in some way. A good way to think of an outlet is like you do in your home. An outlet is something you plug something into. And in this case, it's these objects. Now, I like to write these all by hand, but there's a way you can do it within Interface Builder by clicking this little assistant editor here with the tuxedo. Move this out of the way. All you have to do is hold down Control, click and drag, and this will define the property and IB outlet for you. We're going to give it a name of my text and hit connect. This automatically connects the object. Now hit this and we're going to go see what it did. Click over here. We're going to click back on our view controller. You can see my text is now linked to my text field. This will allow us later to receive input from this object and manipulate it later in our code. Now, if you notice, we haven't yet linked the button object. That's because I'm going to show you how to do that manually. To do that manually, we're going to go back over to our code and we're going to type out property, strong, non-atomic, IB outlet, UI, button. Call it my button. Now, I'd like to explain properties. As you can see, they're data members within our class, and they have getters and setters that are associated with them. When we declare a property, we have to declare either a strong or weak, atomic or non-atomic. And what these really relate to are how the code manages itself within memory. Strong is basically used to maintain an object in memory as long as it points to an object. If we use the keyword weak instead of strong here, it will keep that object in memory, but whenever it needs to do some cleanup and free resources, it will set your property to null. Because we're using automatic reference counting, this is how I would suggest declaring your objects. For more information, please refer to Apple's documentation. Alright, so let's go back over to storyboard, and we can see, if we click on our object or our class here, that we have my button, but it's not associated with anything yet. To associate that variable, we simply click and drag and highlight our object, and now they're connected. Alright, so that's how you connect objects within your code to Interface Builder. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please subscribe and feel free to leave a comment and ask any question you like.